You know, you always want to be successful, and especially when you're putting your heart and your soul into doing something that you believe in, and you know, just really sharing your gift with the world and for it to be accepted and embraced as it was and as it is today. As just a young man, I was like, man, I mean, you really was built for this, and this is what you were made for. You were born to do it, you know what I mean?
Big Boi finally revealed why enough was enough and left Outkast and Andre 3000 behind. As Andre 3000 started fading from the music scene, grappling with his own demons, and drifting away from Outkast's legacy, Big Boi was left to juggle the weight of their empire. But what pushed him to finally say, enough? Get ready to dive deep into the gritty details of ambition, betrayal, and the harsh realities of fame that forced one half of hip-hop's most iconic duo to go solo.
Now party people in the club, it's time to cut a rug and throw the loose up in the sky just for the shutter bug.
We've got the inside scoop on why Big Boi really had to step away from Outkast, the duo that put the Atlanta rap scene on the map. Think you know the story of Big Boi and Andre 3000, cruising to stardom with their smooth flows and funky beats? Well, strap in, because we're about to spill the tea on the drama that shook the very foundations of Outkast. From their rise as fresh-faced rappers to becoming kings of the hip-hop world, Outkast wasn't just about the music. They were a cultural phenomenon.
When you come into the hip-hop game, you gotta just make your stuff totally different. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be dope, but it gotta be totally different from anything you might hear on the radio or see on your video shows or whatever.
But behind the platinum records and the sold-out shows, there was a storm brewing, a tale of creative clashes, personal struggles, and shocking revelations that led to Big Boi's dramatic exit. Bullets flying and lives on the line. Big Boi's fame and stardom came with a price that no one was willing to pay. Let's dive into the story that shaped many of our stars' life decisions and influenced him to finally drop Outkast.
Not to flex, but to protect my neck like the Wu-Tang. Self-preservation is the rule when you do aim.
Big Boi's near-death experience is a story straight out of a gritty, edge-of-your-seat thriller. Picture this. Just as Outkast was riding high, basking in the glory of their booming career, Big Boi faced a moment that would change his perspective on life forever. It wasn't on stage or in the studio, but on the streets where he grew up. A place that once felt like home, but turned into a potential death trap. There he was, chilling in his Lexus GS 300, when suddenly, danger rolled up. A car packed with thugs, glaring with intent, circled around him like a shark eyeing its prey. Before Big Boi and his aunt could make sense of it, bullets flew, shattering the night. This wasn't just a close call. It was a moment of stark reality, a wake-up call screaming that fame and street cred can't shield you from bullets. Big Boi, shaken to the core, realized that clinging to street life, despite his stardom, was a deadly gamble. This brush with death wasn't just a personal crisis. It symbolized a turning point, forcing him to confront the dangerous duality of his life. He had to choose between the perilous allure of his old hood and the safer, more stable world he could provide for his family and himself. In the aftermath, Big Boi made a decision that would not only ensure his safety, but also redefine his path. He ditched the hood life, choosing to invest in his future, focusing on his music and the well-being of his loved ones.
Dude pulls out a gun on us like, y'all don't move, don't nobody move. And we like, oh, shit. They finna kill us by that little piece of bread. So we like, oh.
This incident was a reality check, pushing him to ponder the longevity of his career and life, steering him towards decisions that would eventually affect his involvement with Outkast and his journey as a solo artist. As we delve deeper into this pivotal moment in Big Boi's life, we see a man transformed by a harrowing encounter with death, reshaping his destiny and inadvertently affecting the course of Outkast's legacy. Let's rewind and groove through the legacy of Outkast, the dynamic duo that turned the rap game upside down. Big Boi and Andre 3000, the masterminds behind this legendary act, weren't just partners in rhyme, they were pioneers, blending Southern soul with futuristic funk to create a sound that was all their own.
Somebody hit me the other day for a rendezvous with the delinquents that cut the goodie and the dungeon crew.
But even at the height of their fame, after dropping hits like Hey Ya and Ms. Jackson, cracks began to show in their perfect facade. As Outkast's stars rose, Andre 3000 started feeling the heat, grappling with the pressures of fame and the creative constraints of mainstream success. He began to drift, exploring new artistic avenues, from acting to painting, leaving the hip-hop world puzzled and fans craving more. This shift wasn't just about exploring creativity. It was a deep, personal journey that led him away from the might and the stage. Meanwhile, Big Boi kept the Outkast flame alive, pushing the boundaries of their sound and keeping their legacy burning. But as Andre's appearances became rarer, the questions grew louder. What's happening with Outkast? Can Big Boi keep the ship sailing alone? The duo that once seemed inseparable was now navigating separate paths, leaving the future of Outkast hanging in the balance. In this chapter of the Outkast saga, we delve into the initial cracks that appeared in their partnership, revealing how Andre 3000's personal evolution began to pull him away from the Outkast orbit, and how Big Boi faced the daunting challenge of holding onto their shared legacy while forging his own path. Disillusionment and insecurities gripped Andre. Andre 3000, one half of the iconic duo, began to feel the music world slipping away from him, losing the spark that once fueled his creative genius. Imagine, at the peak of fame, feeling like an outsider in the very industry that worshipped you. Andre wasn't just bored, he was disillusioned, searching for a new purpose that music no longer provided. This wasn't a simple case of writer's block. It was a deep, existential crisis that led him to question his place in the rap game and seek fulfillment elsewhere. His retreat from music wasn't a sudden exit, but a gradual fade, marked by rare appearances and a shift towards other artistic pursuits. Andre 3000's silence left fans craving, speculating, and mourning the loss of his lyrical wizardry. But for him, this retreat was about finding peace and authenticity in a world that often felt shallow and overwhelming. As Andre 3000 wandered through this personal wilderness, exploring everything from acting to visual arts, Big Boi watched his lifelong friend and musical partner drift further away from the Outkast legacy they built together.
I love performing.
Yeah.
And that's why I still make records, because I like to see the people singing the new songs that come from these thoughts that I create at a credenza in Stankonia.
Absolutely.
And just keep moving it, you know what I mean? But like my man, like Dre, like, he cool, man.
Yeah.
This growing divide wasn't just about music. It was about two friends evolving in different directions, struggling to reconcile their shared past with their diverging futures.
You better go get the hoe about your bag now. It's about 4, 5 cats off in my leg now.
The chance encounter that changed everything. Now, let's groove into how Big Boi met Killer Mike, adding a spicy twist to our tale. This part of the story isn't just about friendship, it's about mentorship, collaboration, and the raw energy of Atlanta's hip-hop scene that brought these two powerhouses together. Back in the day, when Atlanta was bubbling with rap talent waiting to explode onto the global stage, Big Boi, already a star with Outkast, had an eye for real talent. Entered Killer Mike, a fiery young rapper with a voice that demanded attention and a message that resonated with the streets. Their meeting wasn't just happenstance. It was destiny, a moment where the old school met the new wave, sparking a bond that would ignite the rap world. Big Boi saw something in Killer Mike that reminded him of his own come-up. The hunger, the passion, and the undeniable talent. This wasn't about charity. It was about recognizing a kindred spirit in the rap game. Big Boi took Killer Mike under his wing, not just as a mentor, but as a collaborator, pushing him into the spotlight and helping him hone his craft. Their partnership blossomed, with Killer Mike making a smashing debut on Outkast's track The Whole World, a move that marked his entry into the big leagues.
My brother would just always come to my house with CD all the time. Just always had the Killer Mike CD and just laying around the house. He like, man, you listen to my boy? I'm like, not yet, I'm gonna check it out. He like, check him out. So I listened to it, and I was like, oh, this jamming. So I'm like, okay, well, I wanna meet him.
This collaboration was more than just a feature. It was a passing of the torch, with Big Boi endorsing Killer Mike's raw talent and vision, signaling the arrival of a new rap titan on the scene. As we unravel this chapter, we see how Big Boi's relationship with Killer Mike was pivotal, influencing his musical direction and decisions post-Outkast. This bond wasn't just about making hits, it was about building a legacy, fostering new talent, and keeping the spirit of Atlanta's hip-hop alive and kicking. In the journey of Big Boi's life, meeting Killer Mike was a milestone, a reflection of his own legacy as both a member of Outkast and a solo artist shaping the future of hip-hop. This story is a testament to the power of mentorship, the evolution of an artist, and the enduring impact of Atlanta's rap scene on the world stage. So enough was enough, and our boy Big Boi finally decides to ride solo. Let's get real about Big Boi's solo flight. After the Outkast frenzy, Big Boi didn't just sit back. Nah, he blasted into the solo scene with a bang, dropping albums that had fans going wild. His music, still dope, still fresh, but with a twist that screamed Big Boi all over. Tracks from Sir Lucius, Left Foot, to Boomiverse were like fireworks, showing the world he wasn't about to fade into the background. But this ain't just about the tunes. Big Boi's life got flipped upside down back when bullets flew his way, nearly ending his story right there. That moment, it shook him hard, made him think about what's what, pushing him to ditch the street life and dive deep into his music, his real passion. And let's not forget Killer Mike, Big Boi's protege turned hip-hop beast. Their bond ain't just friendship, it's a legacy in motion, with Big Boi playing the mentor, shaping the rap game's future. Together, they kept Atlanta's rap scene blazing, proving Outkast's spirit was alive and kicking, even with Big Boi going solo.
You ever find yourself stuck in between the rock and the dark place, sleep for a dream?
So here's Big Boi, cruising through the rap world, laying down tracks, and living life with a new perspective. Outkast might be on pause, but Big Boi's beat goes on, crafting his path, honoring the past, but always looking ahead. In wrapping up our gritty tale, Big Boi ain't just reminiscing about Outkast's glory days. He's living his legend, making music that hits hard, telling stories that matter, and maybe, just maybe, leaving the door open for an Outkast reunion that would shake the world once more. So as we close the book on Big Boi's chapter with Outkast and flip through his solo pages, it's clear this rap titan story ain't over. It's just evolving, with each beat, each rhyme, telling the tale of a man who turned the music into his legacy. Big Boi, the solo superstar, keeps the Outkast spirit pumping, blazing a trail for the next gen, and maybe, just maybe, setting the stage for that epic Outkast comeback we're all dreaming of. If you're vibing with these beats and crave more raw, unfiltered stories from the hip-hop world, then you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, then drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Big Boi for life, or are you holding out for an Outkast reunion? Let's get the conversation rolling.
Ain't throwing rice, I'm just throwing D and making music for the people that be feeling me.